Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Simpsons Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Season 7 of The Simpsons. Let's begin. Who Shot Mr. Burns? Part 2. So, who shot Mr. Burns? Here is the continuation from the Season 6 finale. And who shot Mr. Burns? Maggie Simpson. Gee, I think we all saw this coming, am I right? This was a really good detective episode. I really liked it. So, Radioactive Man. A movie based on the comic book hero is filmed in Springfield, with Bart auditioning for the sidekick role as Fall Out Boy, which ultimately goes to Millhouse. For some reason, this reminds me of the Crimson Chin from the Fairly Odd Parents, this came out way before that show even came out. Also, they used computer animation, which I didn't really notice that much because when I first watched this episode, I watched it at night, so that's probably why I didn't notice it, because I was probably tired. But now looking at the images, it does kind of look weird in computer animation, but this was still pretty good. Home sweet home diddly dum doodly. The Simpsons children are placed in foster care. Yeah, I figured. Homer literally chokes his son, and they are with the Flanders family after Child Protective Services intervenes due to poor living conditions, leading to Homer and Marge attend parenting classes to get them back, culminating in Ned attempting to baptize the kids, much to Homer's dismay. I honestly thought the ending was the best part of the episode. Maggie hugging Marge was really wholesome. This was an excellent episode, which I'm surprised they didn't do any sooner, because Homer's just a bad parent in general. Well, maybe at sometimes he's a good parent, but he's just a bad parent. Bart sells his soul. That's gotta be the stupidest thing anyone has ever done. Bart sells his soul to Millhouse for $5 to prove souls don't exist, but quickly regrets it after strange events make him believe he's lost it, leading him to desperately try to get it back, while Moe turns his tavern into a family restaurant called Uncle Moe's Family Feedbag. This episode is, really confusing. How did Lisa know that Bart's soul was at the comic book guy's store? Like, is she like a magician? How does she know? I love how Millhouse keeps taunting Bart about his soul. Serves him right for bullying Millhouse all these years. The Uncle Moe's subplot was really funny. And of course it doesn't go well, since you know how much Moe tends to get angry. Lisa the vegetarian. The first ever big change to The Simpsons. Although it's not really that big. I mean, it's just a minor change. Lisa becomes a vegetarian after bonding with a lamb at a petting zoo, causing conflict with her meat-loving family, especially Homer, who plans a barbecue. The Lisa go to your room part was really funny. Homer, Lisa literally went to her room. And after that, you're telling her to go to her room? Brother. Also, Lisa meets Paul McCartney, which that was really random. I don't think we need that part of the episode. So this episode was pretty good. Watching the later episodes, they're gonna forget she even was a vegetarian, and we're gonna have her eat meat. And then I'm gonna be pointing at the TV and say, "Oh, whoever did that should have been fired." Treehouse of Horror 6. Sorry guys, I don't read Roman noodles. Homer, it's Roman numerals. Yeah, that's what I said. Just continue filming, okay? Attack of the 50-Foot Eyesores is such an iconic one. We literally got the first appearance of Lard Lat Donuts, a legendary icon of The Simpsons. It's even at Universal Studios. I even had a big donut there. I'll review Simpsons Land another time. I really like that one. Nightmare of Evergreen Terrace. Groundskeeper Willie as Freddy Cougar or Clothand Joe, if you're a true CBC fan. Yeah, they really work perfect together. This was a perfect Nightmare on Elm Street parody. I love it. And then the last segment is simply titled Homer. Was that what it's called? I forgot. That one has really good CGI animation. Homer and Bart are perfectly captured as well. Perfect in that animation. I just love the 3D models. They're so good. This is really good, the Treehouse of Horror. See, I told you guys I'm not a hater. I don't hate every Treehouse of Horror I watch. Unless it's the modern ones. King Size Homer. Homer intentionally gains a massive amount of weight to qualify for disability and works from home, but his plan backfires until his large guy heroically plugs a nuclear meltdown, saving the plant. What is this episode, bro? What the heck? Why do we need this episode? This episode did not need to be made. What the heck? This is a weird episode. Mother Simpson. This makes me cry. Homer fakes his death to skip work. Damn. Leading to a surprise return of his long-lost mother, Mona, a 1960s radical who has been on the run from Mr. Burns for destroying his gem warfare lab. 1960s? Oh, wait, till that will get retconned. The ending is so sad. Homer waiting on his car while looking at the skies. It's just so sad. His mother. Like, it just makes me want to cry. I am going to crown this as the best Simpsons episode ever. Yes, it's not Homer's enemy. That's such a twist, I know. But it is a close second, though. This was a really good episode. It was. Masterpiece. Sideshow Bob's last gleaming. But Young, this is boring. It has to be the most boring Sideshow Bob episode ever. I've never been so disappointed in my life ever. Sideshow Bob escapes prison to hijack an air show, threatening to detonate a nuclear bomb unless all television is turned off. Huh? The weakest Sideshow Bob episode. But hey, a modern episode will probably beat that. I'm just not that bad. It's just boring. It just needs a lot more humor, and then I'll be fine. The Simpsons 138th episode spectacular. A clip show that's actually really decent? Yes. A clip show hosted by Troy McClure that looks back at the show's history, featuring clips from past episodes, the Tracy Ullman shorts, and never before seen footage, including deleted scenes and an alternate ending to Who Shot Mr. Burns. I like this kind of episode. It was actually interesting and not as lazy as the other clip shows. This is a really solid episode. Marge Be Not Proud. Oh boy, we finally got a Christmas episode. So Bart shoplifts at the video game store, leading to his mother Marge's extreme disappointment and Bart's attempt to regain her trust. Wow, this just is so sad. Marge not liking her son Bart that much anymore. It's just so sad. But the ending though is really heartwarming. So this episode really hits with the feels in this one. Perfect Christmas episode. Hey, heck, I honestly forgot it was even a Christmas episode. That's how good this episode is. Team Homer. Homer forms a bowling team, the Pimp House, with Moe, Apu, and Otto, but is forced to add Mr. Burns after Burns unwittingly funds the team. Okay, a bowling episode. I like bowling, so I appreciate this one. Though at times it can get kind of boring, so that drops a few points from this episode. This was a meh episode. Two Bad Neighbors. So apparently George W. Bush hates The Simpsons, so that's why they made this episode. I mean, I've done that before. I made a video about my enemies. Former U.S. President George W. Bush moves across the street from The Simpsons, leading to a feud with Homer and Bart, sparked by Bush spanking Bart and Homer's jealousy. Bro, this is such a random episode. Like, what the heck is this? It's not random but weird. It's just random but funny kind of episode, and that's why this is a hilarious episode. Scenes from the class struggle in Springfield. Marge buys a pink suit and is invited to join the exclusive Springfield Country Club. As she becomes obsessed with fitting in, she alters her suit daily and forces her family to adopt upper class dress. A Marge episode. Okay, we barely get any of those. And I mean like spotlight episodes. I mean not like she's not in the show at all. No, she's not Timmy's mom, where she disappears in season 10 and is nowhere to be found. This is another meh episode. Like, it's just kind of boring to me. Like, I don't know. It's just really boring. Bart the Fink. When I first read that title, I thought it said Bart the Frink, and I thought it was going to be a Bart and Professor Frink episode. But it said Fink instead of Frink. So, yeah. Bart accidentally exposes Krusty the Clown for massive tax evasion, leading to Krusty faking the staff and going into hiding as a new identity, until Bart and Lisa convince him to return to his career. We said, meh. M-E-H. Meh. Lisa the whatever that says. Lisa discovers Springfield's founder, Jebediah Springfield, was a murderous pirate, not a hero, and struggles with whatever to reveal the truth to the town during its celebration. I don't like how a character is trying to tell something, but the other characters don't believe that character. And then when it is revealed that that character is telling the truth, the other characters just either apologize or just doesn't care. And that's pretty much what this episode is, kind of. So that drops a few points down. Also, it's really boring, so that's why It's almost going to the bottom of the list. Homer the Smithers. An overworked Smithers takes a vacation and hires Homer as his temporary replacement, forcing Mr. Burns to become self-reliant, which ultimately leads to Smithers being fired upon his return, only for Burns to become dependent on him again after a fight. I like how Homer and Burns bond together. Like, they're enemies at first, and then they become friends. Like, we need more episodes like that. This is a top-notch episode. If Mother Simpson never existed, then this would be the top of the list of Season 7. The day the violence died. Bart and Lisa help a homeless man, Jester J. Lampwick, who claims to be the original owner of Itchy and Scratchy Studios, leading to the show's temporary cancellation and a satirical look at violence, censorship, and the nature of cartoons, featuring guest stars like Kirk Douglas. I mean, I guess it's kind of a decent episode, but one thing I don't understand is, who is Lester and Eliza? Are they like from Shelbyville? Like, who are these people? A fish called Selma. Another Selma marriage episode. Washed-up actor Troy McClure marries Selma Bouvier for publicity, hiding his fish fetish and a scandalous past involving the Springfield Aquarium to revive his career. I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, it's not really that different from the other Selma marriage episodes, but it's kind of fine, I guess. Bart on the road. Bart creates a fake driver's license and rents a car with Milhouse, Martin, and Nelson, takes them on a trip to Knoxville, Tennessee, believing the World's Fair is still happening. Bart faking his driver's license? That's an interesting concept. Also, the subplot being Homer taking Lisa to the nuclear power plant on Take Your Kids to Work Day. It's really wholesome. I like these kind of Homer and Lisa episodes, so I crown that as the best subplot ever. I like those kind of episodes. Yeah, this is a really good episode. 22 short films about Springfield. This should have been episode 22. Then the joke would have been more funnier. So, like, every background Simpsons character pretty much has the spotlight in this one. With the most famous one being the ending with Professor Frank. I'm kidding. Steamed hams. And Nelson being humiliated in front of everyone. Yeah, he kind of deserved that with all the ha-ha he's been giving to everyone. What an excellent episode. Excellent. Raging Abe Simpson and the incredibly long title. Grandpa Simpson and Mr. Burns are the last two survivors of a World War II squad. The flying hellfish who stole... What the fuck? This episode's mid. Much ado about nothing. Anti-immigrant sentiment sweeps Springfield after a bear scare, threatening Apu with deportation. What the fuck? Okay, what's with these episodes and getting dark? Like, what the heck? Oh, the episode, it was meh. Justice for Groundskeeper Willie, he got deported. Or was it Groundskeeper Willie? I don't know, I haven't watched the episode in a long time. Homer Palooza! Homer tries to be cool for his kids by attending the Hula Palooza music festival, only to discover his classic rock tastes are outdated. Hey, take a hammer and then bash it on your head. And then after that, watch this episode. Which is more painful? Summer of 4'2". The Simpsons stay at Ned Flanders' beach house, and Lisa renovates herself as a cool slacker to gain popularity, much to Bart's jealousy, leading him to expose her true nerdy self, only for her new friends to accept her anyway. So the lesson of this episode is just to be yourself. Kind of generic, but okay. This was a really good episode, and also, the dog makes an appearance in this one, so that's where that meme came from. Here's my final ranking, and I am done. Hey, it's no season 6, but it's still pretty good, pretty decent, pretty average. And yes, I do think season 6 is the best season ever of The Simpsons. And see you all when I review season 8, probably the second best season of The Simpsons. Goodbye.